Mr. Cray, there's sort of a joke around Benedictine College that students who come here tend to cry twice. Once when they cross the bridge for the first time and come to Atchison, the second time when they leave after graduation. Do you remember what it was like when you crossed that bridge for the first time and visited Atchison, whether to visit or to actually live here?
Yeah, it was very strange in a sense. It was a small town. I had never been in this small a town, and I was an intern for my first 2 summers here when I was still in college. I came here in my sophomore year and again in my junior year and was an intern. As a matter of fact, I worked for a man called Henry Lanferman, who was an old German that who came out of World War I, having been a very definite part of the German army at that time. He was, I never will forget, Henry was very defensive about his position as a German at that time, because people were still kind of looking down on the Germans. But I apparently got his confidence because he taught me how to make yeast. And I ran his yeast department, including the time when he took off and took his first vacation in 2 years. So Henry and I became very good friends, and as well as I know his son, Paul Lanferman, who came to work for us later on.
So there is a lesson here that internships can lead to full-time employment.
That's right, although I didn't intend it to happen at all. I know you asked whether I intended to come to work for my father. The answer is no, for several fairly good reasons. My dad and mom did not come to Sally's and my wedding. That created a schism that lasted for some time. Sally never really got to the point where she trusted my father. And in fact, we talked when I was overseas, writing letters every day. We wrote letters to each other every single day I was overseas, 18 months. And we had agreed definitely that I would never go to work for my father.
Really?
And yet, when I went back to work had a very good job that was held for me at Dow Chemical Company in Midland, Michigan, and I went back up there and renewed my job there. My dad eventually told me that he needed me. That meant a lot to me because Dad and I had a very close relationship through our years. So I did decide to come back. I've always admired my wife because she came with me. And we came into Atchison, as you say, stayed at the Massasoit apartment in our first few days here. And really, we fell in love with the community. And this became a very close community to us all the time we were here.